Let him set his kingdom in order. You must be ready to take orders from him. Yeah. Did God not punish men for obeying the voice of the woman? It's there. It was just the two of you in the garden. And it's recorded in scripture. God comes and he says to the men, why have you hearkened to the voice of your wife?
Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
Because what?
Thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
You should have ignored her. The problem is not in her talking. You should have ignored her. The voice. You see, the biggest problem actually, I know it was in the fruit, but God is talking about listening to the voice. The voice led to that disobedience. You shouldn't have. I wasn't, because I gave you a woman at a point where I thought you were a man. I thought you were a man enough to not hearken to everything that she tells you. Don't. And you know, your greatest prayer is to be heard. Her desire is to be heard. So kill that desire if you still have it. As a woman, pray about it. Talk to God about it. Talk to yourself about it. Fight it every single day. If something comes into you that keeps on telling you that you're special, of course you are. You are big, of course you are. But something that tells you that you are equal, fight it. That thing wants you to suffer. That thing. That thing wants you to suffer. The devil will come into your closet, will come into your bedroom. The devil will come into your mind. This is the inner room. He will lead you into finding things that you consider as your rights. And he keeps on adding to that list. This is my right, this is my right, this is my right, this is my right. So that when those rights are violated, you lose your peace. Most men have actually surrendered that which makes them men. That's why in the Old Testament, when a man works for the king, he would be castrated. They would be made eunuchs. What are they surrendering? That which makes them men. And until today, eunuchs are still there in homes. Men are being made eunuchs by their own wives. You won't find peace until you surrender everything. Put it on the table. Everything that makes you a man. Remove it. Put it here. You may call it victory, but it's your own defeat. Your man is your man. Your man is not your wife. I wish there was something that we could do about that, unfortunately. Honestly, ladies, I really want your support. Ladies, actually, they are the biggest number in any denomination. I should be saying something that supports them. If I really wanted votes and favor, I wish we could find a place in Scripture that justifies that behavior, but there is zero. There is zero. When we talk about money, it comes later. When we talk about houses, it comes later, because some of you look at achievements and you say, it's not a man enough. But you forget that in the forest, there is a male lion. He doesn't have any piece of land. It has never been to any school. But the man is known as the man. And when there is no man, when you get into the head, you can actually feel it. One man, there can be 20 ladies, lionesses. If there is no one male there, there is no presence. There is no presence. So it's not really in what they do physically, outwardly. It's in them. It's in them. The presence of a man in your life is very important. Every woman, even if you meet a woman who says, I don't need a man, you can actually see in the way she's talking that she's emotional about it. You will see. You will see. You will see in the way that she's crying out for protection. She needs help. The same applies with men. What can we do without women? Nothing. Nothing. God saw us alone and he said, it's not good. Whatever we were doing, God looked at what we were doing. He said, it's not good for a man to be alone. Hey. It wasn't the woman wandering, it was the man. It was not good for a man to be alone. But now that you are a woman, yes, you were created for the man. But if you don't then find the man that you were created for, it's like you are purposeless. You haven't yet found the reason for your creation.
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
Yeah.
Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 11:8.
He's placed the verse before you right there. You need to go and read that in a safe space. And you go and you read that verse for yourself and you read it.
Somebody told you, Guti, it's not good for you. That's why you want to fight it. It's safer for you that way. People would hand over themselves, surrender themselves before kings and say, King, live forever. Your desire should be done. Even when you talk to God, your will be done. So get married, When you get there, find out what the man wants. Find out what excites the king. If you are not ready for that, you can't even employ it by any organization, because it's not about your vision, it's about theirs. You submit to the vision of the organization. It's not about your dreams, your personal visions. No.
What is the king's vision? It's the Pharaoh's dream that will cause us to survive the famine. Everyone else can dream, but only the Pharaoh's dream.
Support
your husband's vision.
It's not about his mental capacity. I've read in the scriptures where a young boy would be made king. Josiah. Was he not 8 years? Yeah, he reigned 8 years. 8. We look around for an 8-year boy here. You can't even believe it. How can they make such a guy the king? 8. 8 years. He was made king. And the kingdom was well governed. What made that possible was the structure. There were real mature men who were willing to submit to this young boy because of royalty. Can you marry an 8-year-old boy? And we see success in that kingdom. Yet there were no loopholes, no shortcomings. Why? Because there were people mature that surrounded that immature young boy. So you would not see that this guy, there's a problem, no. But because there were men who actually were present, ready to make things happen. So don't tell me, my husband is a problem, my husband is like that, my husband, no. He needs the right structure, the right people around him. And the rest of the people might end up thinking that he's very smart. It's all about you becoming the structure that makes him function well and better. The entire nation was given an 8-year-old boy, and it was governed. So next time you look at your man, I'm addressing this because she brought it up. You look at your man, there is no any other man better than him. No, forget it. No man. There isn't any other man. I can prove this to you. Had he, this stupid man, had he not married you, you would have been single until now. All these men that you look at and you say, this one is better, this one is better, this one is better, they wouldn't have married you. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. If they are smarter than your husband, that's the reason why they wouldn't have married you. Gandise mshona.
Translate that to Shona. I'm saying these men that you say, isn't so and so much smarter than you?
Kungwara ikoko ndo kwaisaka kuti vasadi.
That wisdom would be the reason why they wouldn't have married someone like you. So this meaning that your own husband, that lack of intelligence is the reason behind
dakangongwara baba vava kunge avo.
Had he been as smart as those ones, then he wouldn't have married her.
Havaimbokuroora.
He would never have married her.
Yeah. Yeah. Varuma kutaura vane masters.
These men that you're talking about, they've got master's degrees.
Chavaitanga kungwarira mukadzi asina kudi kudzidza.
The thing that they would have first looked out for was an unlearned wife.
Vanoiti worlds apart.
They call it's worlds apart.
Anenge abva kuharvard uko adi zvimakosi zvimachii what now I want to settle. The class yemadzimai anenge akutsvaga at that level.
Of the type of lady
Anenge apukunyuka Harvard yese iyoyo havasina kuona vasikana ikoko.
He's managed to escape all of Harvard and he didn't find anyone to marry there.
Akamirira iyoyo kuno.
Only waiting for you here.
Ndege dzese nema-airport.
All the planes, all the airports.
Asina wawana kusvika azoti ba.
And he didn't find anybody there until his eyes landed on you.
So I'm saying that kind of a man wouldn't have met you. Usatuke.
Don't insult.
Usashore.
Don't undermine.
Usatarisire pasi.
Don't look down on.
The only one man that looked at you and said, wow. Wow. I'm telling you, these days, even if you are beautiful, men are no longer marrying because you are beautiful. Beauty is never equal to marriage. It can be equal to intimacy. Not marriage. Huh? But sometimes women, you can actually spend time working on yourself, especially working on your body and working less on your personality and your character. And you become so attractive that you become you are like a bait. The worm is outside, that's where the flesh is, but inside there is a sharp hook. That's the best you can catch a fish. You hide the hook inside of the bait. A woman can spend money on this, on makeup, on that, and 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 sometimes they just look for something that makes them trend on social media. And all of a sudden, men are fighting over her. You're asking yourself, what has she done? Nothing. Especially in poor countries, a woman can become popular like you wonder, what has she done? And men are fighting over here. Professors and politicians, and what has she done? At that level, now she feels she's very special. You want to marry her. Hey, she's going to ask you, where's your car? I can't be walking. Where's the car? She's asked, at that level. But you know what? You now have to have substance to have such a woman at that point. And yet all along the way, boys with nothing have been sleeping with her. There is a list of men with zero money. Poor guys that have already walked that path. But when she became popular, she has now reconfigured herself. She's demanding that you have money. You must have money in order to marry me. But somebody slept with you without. What makes you feel that you are that special? Money for what? Who are you? Who are you? So you are forced as men to work so hard to get the most special woman, lady around. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. If she's going to love you because of money, it means she's going to love somebody else. Because there will always be someone else with more money than yours. Problem. So I'm saying this because some of you feel like, if he doesn't have money, why should I respect him? You know.
Do you have it?
But I'm a woman. There are women that are billionaires out there. You know.
Do you have the money? Don't get us into unnecessary trouble. Do you yourself have that money?
Mary, Queen Elizabeth, Murumere.
Was she a man? Where is that law? Even of the earth, of the government, that says that a woman who is found having money should be arrested. Why don't you have any then? We don't want to make it too hard for each other. But there are certain ladies that are being loved these days because of money by certain men. There are men out there who are actually interested in women with money. The lady next to you. You have that same money that you trouble us for.